Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So the first thing I want to do is just look at these cool looking wild guppies. I mean, just look at the colors on these guys, on the males. When they're in the right angle in the light, I mean, just look at some of the green colors, like neon colors on these things. How cool is that? Look at that one right there. Oh, it just went by. But yeah, these are... I bought these as feeder guppies from my local fish store. You know, they're just wild, common guppies as opposed to fancy guppies. But I really like these. I've mentioned it endless times now, but I like how their fins aren't so big and floppy, and just the variety of colors on these guys. Just friggin' awesome. But yeah, so I was just going to quickly show this tank because I'm going to make some changes to it. So this is what I've been calling the Ocho because it's my 8th aquarium. And I initially set this up to serve as a quarantine tank, and that's what it did serve as. And that's the reason why I don't have substrate in here, because I wanted to just keep it plain and basic as a quarantine tank. But you know, when I did get these wild guppies, the population just exploded, and they had a bunch of babies, and now those have all grown up, so now it's full of them. Now I'm just going to convert this into a regular tank, and I'm going to add substrate in here. So I've never added substrate to a tank that was already set up with fish and everything in it. I've always, you know, before I added fish, I would set up the tank and I would start with the substrate, but I'm going to attempt to do that. And there's the female blue Mickey Mouse or blue moon platy. For the longest time I've been meaning to move her to my 30-gallon planted library community tank, and I will do that as I make the changes to this tank, adding the substrate. So I'll finally do that. So I haven't seen any platy babies. I'm sure she's had babies plenty of times, but no fish fry, no baby fish are surviving anymore. Not since I added these pea puffers. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 in here. There's 3 right there. So I think those, well, and the guppies themselves are eating all the fry. And that, and of course, the lack of plants. I did have some water sprite in here that was, you know, growing pretty good with just this light, but eventually, I don't know why it pretty much died off. I think part of the reason was I didn't have this light at the right angle. I just readjusted this when I did a water change yesterday. But what I want to do, part of the reason why I want to add substrate in here is because I just want to add some plants to it. Like one idea I had was having some, I want to have like a tank full of water wisteria. And I want to try that again. So I've had water wisteria in other tanks, like my 30-gallon, my Guppy Endler hybrid tank, and it has grown well for a while, but then eventually died off. And I even tried to, I had wisteria in this tank before moving it to this tank, and it didn't last in here either. So I mean, all I have right now is my balls, a couple Marimo moss balls, and just these little bits of Java fern. This I just added recently. This has been in here for a while, but this I just added, and I mean that's why this rock is right here, just so that the roots can kind of attach, and you know, it's holding its place until that happens. Yeah, I want to add some substrate so I can thinking wisteria. That's what I had in mind. But then I also want to add, I'm thinking right now, I want to get some ludwigia repens. Because I just watched a video recently. I think it was by Fish Folks, another YouTube video that I watched, and he had a 10-gallon tank with platies that looked awesome with all that ludwigia repens in there. So now I'm thinking I want to get some wisteria and ludwigia repens. I've had ludwigia repens before in my 30-gallon, like some of my early videos when I started this channel, this YouTube channel. You could see that in my 30-gallon, but that died off when all the other plants took over. So what I'm gonna do, you know, with just this little interior light may not be enough, so I decided to buy another light because I want to get those plants going. So I got this Beamswork light. I already opened the box, so this is it right here. It's mostly white lights, and a few of those LEDs are going to be blue. But I think that should be good for plant growth. So yeah, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go to my local fish store and get a couple plants. I haven't been to my local fish store since I got Pandagaras about over 5 months ago. I've been trying to resist because I shouldn't every time I go there, you know, I kind of go in there with a plan, and just what I see might have plans change and get new fish. I'm trying to resist doing that because I don't really have places to put them. Now I'm even thinking I might set up another tank, because I'm kind of thinking I might move these pea puffers to a tank by themselves, because as awesome as these wild guppies are, it's hard to notice that, you know, they just move so fast, but a lot of them have, like, their fins are a bit nipped up, and I think the pea puffers are the ones doing it. But yeah, it's alright. That's what's going on. I mean, just look how awesome these wild guppies are. Pea puffer looking at me right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna make some changes to this tank, and that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.